Senior shooters need firearms they can count on. They also need options that don't cost a fortune. As we get older, grip strength and joint mobility often decline. That makes some semi-automatic pistols hard to run. Stiff slides, fiddly magazine changes, and complex controls can be a real problem for arthritic hands. That's why revolvers make so much sense for the later years. They're simple to operate. They have fewer controls to fumble with, and they tend to be forgiving when your hands aren't what they used to be. Today I'm laying out the top 6 revolvers under $200, hand-picked with seniors in 2025 in mind. Each choice focuses on ease of use, reliability, and wallet-friendly pricing. Stick around. Number 1 will genuinely surprise you. Number 6. North American Arms 22S Mini Revolver. Don't let the toy-like looks fool you. This little package is built for folks who need something tiny, tough, and utterly simple to use. Overall length sits at 3 3/4 inches. It tips the scales at about 4 ounces. That makes it nearly weightless in a pocket or purse, and easy to carry all day. The frame and components are stainless steel, so you get real durability, not plated cut corners. That stainless build also resists corrosion and stays dependable with minimal maintenance. It's a single-action revolver. That means the hammer must be cocked for each shot. And the trigger break is short and predictable when you do. For seniors with limited hand strength, that crisp, consistent pull is easier to manage than many long, gritty double-action triggers. Barrel length is 1 inch, and the cylinder holds 5 rounds. Capacity is modest, but it keeps the gun extremely compact and unobtrusive, exactly what deep concealment calls for. This model is chambered in 22 short. Recoil is almost non-existent, which helps shooters with arthritic joints or weak grips stay on target. The minimal muzzle blast and low recoil also make practice and defensive follow-up shots less punishing. Because of its tiny footprint, it disappears when carried and is far less likely to snag on clothing. The simple mechanical design means fewer moving parts that can fail when you need the gun most. That combination tiny size, low recoil, straightforward operation, and stainless durability is why the EAA 22S makes sense for many seniors who prioritize ease of use and reliable concealment. Pros: feather light at 4 ounces, so you can carry it all day without your shoulder or pocket complaining. All stainless steel construction gives real corrosion resistance and long-term durability, not a thin chrome flash that peels. Tiny footprint lets it disappear in virtually any pocket or purse, making deep concealment practical. Chambered for 22 short, it delivers practically zero recoil, a huge plus for shooters with arthritic hands or weak grips. Cons: 22 short offers very limited terminal performance compared with common defensive calibers. You have to remove the cylinder to load and unload, which is slower and less convenient than swing-out cylinders or speed loader-friendly designs. Minimal sights and an extremely short sight radius make accurate aiming impractical beyond very close distances. The stubby grip can be awkward or uncomfortable for larger hands, degrading control and follow-up shot speed. Only 5 rounds in the cylinder means you'll run out of ammunition faster than with larger revolvers or most semi-automatic pistols. Number 5. Rossi M68. A straightforward old-school revolver that gives you solid performance without a heavy price tag. Made in Brazil, the M68 is a 5-shot chambered for .38 special. It uses a traditional double-action trigger system that's been trusted since the 1960s. That proven action is familiar, predictable, and easy to teach to new shooters. The frame and major components are all steel. That steel construction adds real heft and longevity, which helps tame recoil and extend service life compared with lighter, budget alloys. Barrel length commonly sits around 3 inches. That length is a sensible compromise enough barrel to deliver usable accuracy, without becoming bulky or awkward to carry. One of the big advantages for older hands is the grip. The M68 typically ships with twin wooden grips that fill the palm better than tiny pocket revolver grips. A larger purchase lets seniors maintain control, and it reduces the strain on weak fingers when aiming and firing. Sights are simple and intuitive. You get a front ramp and a square-notch rear that provide a clean sight picture you can pick up quickly. Helpful for shooters with developing presbyopia or slower visual acquisition. What separates the Rossi M68 from some other entry-level options is its no-frills durability and straightforward engineering. There's nothing fancy to misadjust, and with basic care, it keeps running, which is exactly what many senior shooters want. a dependable tool that's easy to own and operate. Pros: all steel construction soaks up recoil and smooths follow-up shots. The time-tested double-action mechanism is straightforward and familiar to most shooters. Full-size wooden grips give a solid purchase and help hands of all sizes control the gun. Simple sighting, a front ramp and square notch rear, gives an uncluttered sight picture you can pick up fast. A long track record of dependable service makes this a sensible, low-risk choice for defensive use. Cons: only 5 rounds in the cylinder, which is less capacity than many modern alternatives. The factory trigger can be on the stiff side until it's been properly broken in. It's heavier than current aluminum or alloy-framed revolvers, which may matter for all-day carry. Replacement parts for some older batches can be hit or miss to source. Number 4. Charter Arms Undercover Lite, a carry revolver built to be easy on the body and straightforward in use. The frame is aircraft-grade aluminum, which keeps the weight down to about 12 ounces. That lightness matters for seniors who feel every step when a heavy gun hangs at the hip or in a purse. You get 5 rounds in the cylinder, chambered for .38 Special, a time-tested defensive cartridge. Barrel length is 2 inches, a true snub configuration, and overall length stays under 6.5 inches. That size makes the Undercover Lite comfortable in a pocket holster or tucked into a handbag for deep concealment. Despite the short barrel, Charter Arms didn't skimp on the grip. You still get a grip profile that fills the palm better than many tiny pocket revolvers. That extra surface area improves control and helps seniors manage recoil without straining their fingers. This model has a full-sized hammer. That gives you both double action for fast, consistent shots and single action when you want to cock the hammer for a cleaner, more precise break. For older shooters who prefer the option to thumb the hammer for an aimed first shot, that's a useful feature. Trigger work is intentionally smooth in double action, paired with the lighter overall weight. The Undercover Lite is easier to bring back on target during follow-up shots than heavier, sharper recoiling small revolvers. Sights are fixed and snag-free, with a ramp-style front that's simple to find under stress. The trade-off is limited precision at distance, but for typical defensive ranges, the sight picture is practical and reliable. Why this is a strong pick for seniors. Light carry weight reduces day-long fatigue. A grip that actually fills the hand gives better purchase for arthritic or weak fingers. Dual action capability plus a cockable hammer gives flexibility for different shooters and situations. Simple, snagless sights and a compact footprint make it a practical, no-nonsense defensive tool. Pros: weighs just 12 ounces, so it's comfortable for prolonged carry and won't aggravate shoulder or back problems. Built with aircraft-grade materials and American oversight, giving you solid quality control on a budget model. Offered with several grip sizes, so you can pick a profile that fills your hand and improves control. The double-action pull is intentionally smooth and predictable, which helps with consistent shot placement for older shooters. Stainless components resist corrosion, cutting down on maintenance and long-term wear. Cons: that light aluminum frame means you'll feel more recoil than you would from a heavier steel revolver. Fixed sights aren't adjustable for windage or elevation, limiting precision beyond close defensive ranges. Only 5 rounds in the cylinder, so you'll exhaust capacity faster than with most semi-automatics. The hammer spur can catch on clothing during a draw if you don't use a snagless holster or a hammer profile designed to minimize snags. Number 3. EAA Windicator. One of the best values you'll find in the budget revolver world. Most compact Windicators come in a 2-inch barrel. You'll occasionally stumble on 4-inch examples that still fall under our $200 cap. It's built on an all-steel frame and parts. That full steel construction gives the Windicator a solid, reassuring heft that many older shooters prefer to lightweight aluminum or polymer options. Unloaded weight sits at about 24 ounces. That's heavy enough to soak up recoil, yet light enough to carry without becoming a burden. For seniors who need recoil mitigation but don't want a brick on the hip, this is a sensible compromise. Cylinder holds 6 rounds, one more than the usual 5-shot snubs. Action is traditional double action, or single action. In double action, you get a deliberate, smooth, heavy pull for quick defensive shots. Cock the hammer and you get a crisp, light single-action break for more precise aiming when time allows. Factory grips are molded rubber. They do a solid job of absorbing recoil and giving you a secure purchase, even with arthritic fingers or reduced hand strength. That traction helps keep follow-up shots on target. Sights are fixed, with a serrated ramp front that's quick to pick up in low light or under stress. Combined with the Windicator's 6-round capacity and sturdy build, That simple sight setup makes it a practical, no-nonsense defensive revolver. What really separates the Windicator in this price tier is the mix of a 6-shot cylinder, all-steel durability, and usable ergonomics features you normally expect to pay more for. Pros: 6-round cylinder, more capacity than most rivals in this price bracket. Full steel frame soaks up recoil and smooths follow-up shots. Rubber grips give secure purchase and add comfort for shooters with stiff or sore hands. Chrome-lined bore boosts longevity and resists erosion from regular shooting. Conventional controls and layout are intuitive for experienced shooters and make training simpler. Cons: heavier than aluminum-framed alternatives, which can matter for all-day carry. The double-action pull may feel stiff out of the box until it's properly broken in. Basic fixed sights offer no windage or elevation adjustment. A few samples require minor trigger tuning to deliver the smoothest pull. Number 2. Ruger Wrangler. A no-nonsense value that gives you Ruger dependability without cleaning out the wallet. This is a 6-shot single-action revolver chambered in 22 LR. It wears classic Old West lines, but it's built with modern production standards that keep cost and headaches low. Barrel length comes in at 4 6/10 inches. That gives you a proper sight radius and very usable accuracy for plinking, training, and small game work. The Wrangler uses a cold hammer-forged barrel, the same premium method Ruger applies to higher-end models, so you get durability and long-term accuracy you can count on. Unloaded weight runs about 30 ounces. That weight soaks up recoil and keeps the gun steady in older hands, while still being light enough for comfortable range sessions. Operation is pure single action. The trigger pull is incredibly light and crisp, which matters a lot when finger strength is limited. If arthritis or weak hands make heavy triggers a problem, this is the kind of action that makes shooting enjoyable again. Ruger fitted the Wrangler with a transfer bar safety. That lets you safely load all 6 chambers without risking an accidental discharge if the revolver is dropped. It's a modern safety feature that preserves the classic single-action feel while adding a sensible layer of protection. Grips are synthetic and provide a secure hold. The frame is roomy enough to suit larger hands, which helps seniors get a positive purchase and better control. Finishes include several Cerakote options: silver, black, and bronze, so the gun looks sharper than its price might suggest. Loading is done through a traditional loading gate. You can top off rounds without removing the cylinder, keeping the classic single-action routine while staying practical for range use. For seniors looking for a friendly trigger, easy shooting, and a reliable, low-cost plinker that doubles for small game hunting, the Wrangler delivers outstanding value. Pros: cold hammer-forged barrel, the same manufacturing method Ruger uses on higher-end guns, delivering superior accuracy and long service life. Transfer bar safety lets you carry with all 6 chambers loaded without risking a drop fire. Available brand new inside our budget, so you can buy fresh rather than chasing used condition unknowns. Trigger pull is exceptionally light and crisp, ideal for shooters with limited finger strength or arthritis. Cons: chambered in 22 LR, which is great for plinking and training, but limited as a defensive round. Single-action operation requires manually cocking the hammer for each shot, which slows rapid shot capability compared with double-action designs. Loading and unloading through the loading gate is slower than swing-out cylinder revolvers and speed loader-friendly designs. Basic fixed sights limit precision and offer no windage or elevation adjustment. Synthetic grips are functional and durable, but they lack the tactile feel and warmth of traditional wood panels. Number 1. Armscor M200. The sleeper pick that takes the top slot for sheer value. Made in the Philippines, the M200 is a 6-shot revolver chambered in 3/8 special. It wears a 4-inch barrel and a classic service revolver silhouette that invites comparisons to the Smith & Wesson Model 10, but at a fraction of the cost. The frame and major components are all steel. That full steel build gives the M200 real durability and helps tame recoil, without turning the gun into an awkward brick. Unloaded weight sits at about 28 ounces, heavy enough to steady the sights, light enough to handle comfortably for range work. The finish is parkerized matte black, which offers better corrosion resistance than old-school bluing and keeps long-term upkeep to a minimum. On the range, the M200 delivers impressive accuracy for the money. The fixed sights use a ramp-style front that's simple to pick up, even if your eyes aren't what they used to be. The action is traditional double-action, single-action. Double-action pull is on the heavier side compared with premium revolvers, but it's consistent and predictable. When you cock the hammer, the single-action break gives a cleaner, lighter trigger for aimed shots, What separates the Armscor M200 in this field is the blend of accuracy, capacity, and plain value. You get 6 reliable rounds, a steady all-steel platform, and features that matter to older shooters: durable finish, sensible weight, and easy-to-acquire sights-all while staying comfortably under our $200 price ceiling. Pros: 6-shot capacity and a full-size frame, more rounds without sacrificing control. Surprisingly good accuracy for the money. All-steel construction throughout, which soaks up recoil and boosts longevity. Traditional service revolver layout with controls that are easy to learn and teach. Available brand new inside our budget, so you can buy new rather than chasing used condition unknowns. Cons: availability can be spotty in some regions, so you might need to check multiple dealers. The double-action trigger may benefit from a break-in period to reach its smoothest pull. Basic fixed sights offer no windage or elevation adjustment. Finish quality can vary between production runs. If this guide brought you value, go ahead and subscribe to the Gun Vault channel. Leave a comment letting us know which revolver you own, or which one's on your short list. Your feedback can help fellow senior shooters make the right call. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video.